Hello, everybody. We're back. We're back with a shorter video today.
Indeed.
So, what are we talking about today, James?
Today we're talking about all the rave World War III talks, Russia, the United States, everything. But I would like to preface this by saying, over the weekend, once these talks broke out and everything, we saw people. Well, I was on X, formerly known as Twitter, but Elon took that. Great idea. Anyway, World War III was number 8 in trending, but the NFL is number 1. So I just thought that was insane to see the priorities of the American people. But to each his own. I like football too. So where should we start it?
Well, I think we should start with the first contender of World War III, as of right now, Russia and Ukraine.
Yes.
Russia and Ukraine.
I think you should. Before you get to that, let me lay a little bit of groundwork for the people.
Mm-hmm.
So, the whole idea of NATO, no, that's too far back. The reason Putin was all up in arms about Ukraine and everything was because NATO was supposed to not continue to push east, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they continued to push east since its conception, right? And Putin was mad about it, right? And then we started to put like bombs and troops on his border. So he was like, nah, y'all can't do that, which makes sense because that's not a declaration of war, but it's a declaration of war.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If I, you know what I'm saying? If I had my enemy and he's outside my house, right? But he said, oh no, we good, we got peace. But I see dudes with like swords and shields and stuff standing. I don't look like peace to me. So that's the reason that Putin was upset. And as we continue to push, he's just like, nah. But I think Putin, I just want to say that Putin, if it was anybody else, like anybody else who was a Russian, whatever, chief in command, we could already be in nuclear war. I think Putin's very level-headed, very much a chess master.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're no communists here.
I know indeed.
We're no hail Russia, but I agree. Mm-hmm. Putin is sparing the world right now, but he's, especially with what we're about to talk to today, he's definitely the water's starting to boil.
Indeed. So, just recently, this was as of I think it was this weekend, but Biden allowed or approved the use of ATAC ACMs, which is just long-range ballistic missiles that can shoot up to 300 kilometers or 186 miles. So Putin had already, prior to this, he was already saying, which I have his quotes right here. He said, he was speaking in St. Petersburg, Russia. He sent a clear warning to the West: do not allow Ukraine to use long-range missiles to strike Russian territory. Mm-hmm. Right? And he said, Moscow, he said, he would view that as a direct participation of NATO countries in the war in Ukraine, which is important because if NATO countries are participating in the war in Ukraine, that means he's fighting NATO. Yes. And you remember when Ukraine wanted to join NATO, right?
Yes.
So that's very important. That's very important. NATO Article 5 states, the parties agree that an armed attack against one or more of them in Europe or North America shall be considered an attack against them all. So Putin, being, like I said, he has a great mind for war. If Ukraine would have joined NATO, which didn't happen, and he would have struck NATO, he in a war with NATO now, right? But they didn't. But nonetheless, it's still the same thing. It's kind of like a proxy war almost, because we're funding Ukraine.
Yeah, so it's a proxy war right now. But if NATO goes through with this and wants to keep backing up Ukraine more and more and more, it's going to get to a point where we're at. NATO is at war with Russia. Mm-hmm. Russia has China and North Korea, mm-hmm. and I'm sure some other countries. That is literally World War III. Yep. Literally World War III.
And not that, let me add a little bit onto that. They would have Russia, China, North Korea, plus the BRICS nation, because they're mm-hmm. going to try and back them because they want to take down the West, and that's even more. That's a dual threat because they got the economic piece, right, of BRICS and everything, and then they got the actual physical war piece. Mm-hmm. So we just need to just chill. As Trump said, I want people to stop dying. Dying.
I want everybody to stop dying.
Yeah, I don't. Why is that so bad? Why were people bashing him for that? Oh, do you want Ukraine to win? I want people to stop dying.
I don't know. They just bash this dude for anything, bro.
Everyone freaked out about it over that.
So, yeah, Biden approved the use of missiles, and in response to that, Putin allowed North Korean soldiers to fight in Ukraine. So that seems like an even move to me.
Mm-hmm.
Very even move, and it just shows you like the threat escalation ladder as we're going through it. So it started off with don't push east. They pushed east. It started off don't put weapons on my border. They put weapons on my border. It started off with don't shoot missiles into Ukraine. He shoot missiles into Ukraine, so now Putin's starting to fight back, which is important. Would you like to add anything to that on the North Korean side? Because I got here.
Yeah. We got North Korea. So they got 11,000 troops moved into Russia's Kursk region, which borders Ukraine. No bueno. So that's 11,000 troops. Then we have 50,000 troops of combination of North Korea and Russian troops training together for combat scenarios. 50,000 troops.
I didn't know that.
Yep. And then Russia has over 5,000 nuclear capabilities and warheads, and North Korea doesn't have too many. They got like 90, somewhere around 90, but that's 90 more cities wiped off.
Indeed. I think they said that the U.S. like nuclear supply is not as big as Russia's. Like we used to have the biggest, but Russia's taking over now.
Well, yeah, we that treaty we signed, we stopped producing nuclear warheads, but Russia was supposed to stop, but they never did. And that's just the ones we know about.
Right.
So I'm sure it's double or triple. So
I just think the whole idea of using ICBMs or long-range missiles in Ukraine is foolish, but I know it ain't Biden, so I want to address the people behind it. The deep state. Biden, Harris, Kamala, all y'all in cahoots. This is a bad idea. But I know y'all know this. This is a bad idea because if we launch missiles into Russia, maybe he let one slide, right? Maybe he let two slide. But eventually, like they call Russia the bear, right? You don't poke a bear. If you poke a bear, guess what? You get mauled. So that's all I'm going to say.
Bear's sleeping right now.
It is sleeping. And this is what he said. I thought this reminded me of Art of War, like Sun Tzu when he said this. So after he said that, he reviewed it as a direct participation of NATO countries in the Ukraine war. He said it would substantially change the very essence, the nature of the conflict. They keep playing around with it. Look. And I think it's very timely that they would do this as the people's champ is about to get in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. And I just want to say something. So, last episode, don't know if y'all watched it or not, we did say, the world is turning for a better leaf, and Trump's not even in office yet. But that doesn't mean in this day and age, one squeeze of a trigger, boom, World War III.
Indeed.
One bullet in the wrong colored soldier, team colored soldier, done, World War III. I
agree. Yeah, we are on a nice edge as far as, global conflict and everything. But it just seems to me that the powers that be continue to pull the same shenanigans. If we get a win, just know that they coming back with something. So that's why we said last episode, be prepared. Be prepared.
You showed me yesterday that internet line between Germany and Poland.
Like I said, when I showed you that, which you should include in the description, when I showed you that to me is somebody positioning for war. You can't communicate, you can't fight.
Yeah, so someone, well, I won't say someone, but internet line.
Yeah, fiber optic cable.
Got damaged. And from what? It was Germany and Finland, right? No, it was.
I think it was Poland. Might have been something.
Somewhere in Europe, they're going to be out of internet and not be able to communicate with one another and other people in the region for 5 to 15 days.
Crazy. Crazy. 5 to 15 days, no communication. And if anything, at this day and age with the weapons we have, 5 to 15 days is too long to not be able to communicate.
Oh yeah.
But way too long not to be able to communicate.
It's just like when the United States sabotaged that our very first episode in Suppressed Reality. United States sabotaged that pipeline.
Oh, pipeline, yeah.
What was it called?
Nord Stream.
Which I think some information is coming out that the United States did have foul play in it. So,
What, the Nord Stream or this new one?
No, the pipeline.
Yeah, they definitely did that.
So, Suppressed Reality already making tabs.
Finland and Europe.
Finland, I knew it was Finland somewhere. Finland and Europe.
Yep. So the idea that we're going to go into World War III just because Biden or his handlers want to improve or approve long-range missiles in Ukraine is insane. Now, Trump has already said that's the one thing he ran on. His first term, 2016, no wars, nobody's acting out. He got out. Biden got in. Everybody started going crazy, right? Because if I recall correctly, when Biden got in a while ago, that's when China started to approach on Taiwan.
Oh yeah, that's when Ukraine, Russia, China, Taiwan. Now we got Israel, Hamas, Gaza, all that stuff. Who else we got? We got the Taliban going nuts. Who else? What else? We got North Korea and China and Russia.
It's a shame to see that it's going this way. But if Trump gets in there, which he already said he wanted to stop the Ukraine war, and Putin said he would be open to the call. You just showed me that.
Yeah. So yeah, Putin says he'll he didn't say this, but he's waiting for a call and he'll happily pick up the phone call from the United States.
And I heard somewhere, we have to look this up, but Biden hasn't talked to Putin in months. That was said. Biden hadn't talked to Putin in months, which is incredibly mind-boggling to say that. I would argue one of the most important geopolitical conflicts on the globe right now, and he hasn't talked to the leader of Russia. Makes no sense. And on top of that, continues to send aid and money to Ukraine. So I'm taken aback, but I know that the powers that be, the deep state, and all these people want to pull strings. They can't let us get 2 feet on the ground. They can't let us get 2 feet on the ground, because the moment we get 2 feet on the ground and realize our enemy is not in between me and you, left and right, or black and white, whatever line they want to divide us by, is the people that are at the top who have no heart to see other people prosper. They want to just make sure we're in constant fear and constant chaos. Because if you're in constant fear and constant chaos, you can't think.
Nope.
Can't think. So, I don't think it's going to fly that way. But it's very, very, very important that somebody says something.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody says something, because I'm not trying to go to Ukraine.
No, you don't want to visit. I heard it's lovely this time of year.
It don't look lovely.
Actually, all jokes aside, I heard both Russia? I think Russia is putting newspaper over their tanks,
right?
And that's supposed to that's an old World War I tactic when they're getting ready for winter. It's a very cheap and effective way of blending in with the snowy background of the Russian tundra winter.
Yeah.
So they're preparing for the winter, and I heard this is supposed to be out of the 3 or 4 years the war's been going on. This is supposed to be the toughest winter yet.
Yeah, I don't want no part in that. First thing first, I don't like the cold as is, but Russian winter, nah. I'll pass.
I think you'll look good in snow camo, James.
Yeah, I think it matches my skin tone.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it matches my skin tone. But the idea that so what do you think? Do you think that Biden is behind this, or do you think the Biden-Harris administration behind this, or what?
No matter what, if it was intentional or not to start World War III, kind of like a dead man switch before he leaves office. No matter what, if it was intentional or not, that's what it looks like it to be.
Yeah.
And he's 2 months in office still?
Yeah, Trump get in January 20th, whatever that is.
Something like that.
Basically 2 months.
Around 2 months. This dude has 2 months to start stuff and make President Trump's job a whole lot harder. Whole lot harder. I think he's pulling a dead man switch, and especially the deep state, is making him pull a dead man switch.
Yeah.
No, kind of like kind of like that Black Ops 2 perk. When you die, you drop a grenade.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
I forgot about that.
He's getting out of office. He used to be my favorite perk.
Nah, I was more of a scavenger type guy.
Oh, no.
I wasn't dying that hard.
Oh.
Yeah, I was cut.
But no, Biden is definitely running a dead man switch or the grenade perk from Black Ops. So when he gets out of office, he's still doing damage.
Yeah, so let's talk about what Biden is leaving Trump to fix. So we got the economy.
Shambles.
We got the border.
Shambles.
We got Ukraine.
Done.
We got the Taliban. We got Israel and Hamas.
Bunch of illegal immigrants inside.
Yeah, I said border. Well, illegal immigrants border. We got the WHO, all that stuff. But you know, they got RFK on that, so I'm excited to see what he does. But so that's 6 things.
Well, we also got, dude, can't forget about those hurricane families.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
They're gonna be messed over for months.
I don't think they got no aid yet either.
No.
Yeah. So that's 7 things that Trump going to have to deal with when he gets in 2 months. And then if he doesn't improve on it fast enough, he's going to be like, oh, well, Trump can't lead the country right.
Trump did this. Trump did that. Trump did this. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, and it's like, oh, World War III started under Trump. No, bro, Biden's pulling a dead man switch. Dead man switch.
Like a hot potato, bro. Give him a hot potato, he going to drop it. It's hot. So I think, I don't think Biden or Kamala are behind it, just to say that. It has to be the deep state. I don't think, like Kamala is that smart enough to do that type of strategic move. And Biden don't know what planet he's on.
Oh, also, for any of you left-wing or Democrats watching, the very few of you, Harris just called $20 million in bankruptcy. So if she can't manage her own money, how is she going to manage the United States economy?
I think that's a great point.
So just to throw that out there.
Yeah, and I mean, she went all in and lost, bro. She went all in and lost.
Oh, another thing. I don't think you know about this. Trump offered to pay her debt.
I saw that.
Trump said, yeah, our campaign was doing so well and we just had so much public publicity. We got some extra for you.
That's it.
Man, but wait, no, he's a misogynist. He's a misogynist. So
that's a very, very gangster move by Trump.
Like always.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing they can't say about Trump, bro, is that he not bold. He's very bold. So I think, so let's segue back a little bit. We saw that when Trump was elected president, everybody started to be all buddy-buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Russia wanted to be buddy-buddy. Ukraine wanted to be buddy-buddy. Israel and Hamas wanted to be buddy-buddy. The Taliban, all these people want to be buddy-buddy. So the deep state, and over Biden and Harris administration, because they're, in cahoots, they saw that and they was like, nah, we can't have this, because they had already got their little plan in motion. So, boom, monkey wrench. But all Trump has to do, and all people have to do, is now that we got this out in the open, we need to make sure that it don't happen. It's as simple as that. Make sure that people actually talk to Russia, because Russians have children too. Yep. Russians have families too.
Yep.
And they don't want, I'm sure that they don't want their cities blown up. But they also want their sovereignty and the fact that they have borders, just like we want a border.
Yeah. How would you, American citizen, would feel that North Korea start to invade Mexico, or start to occupy Mexico? How would you feel?
I wouldn't like that.
Or China. China and Mexico got buddy, and they're right there on their border.
Yeah, I mean,
what would you do?
We'd be doing something. We'd be doing something for sure.
You wouldn't be happy?
Definitely not. And I mean, like I said, we said in the previous episode that America's got this bad reputation across the world now because we've been doing stuff that's not ethical and kind of bullying people. But that's not the people ourselves. And like I mentioned in one of the episodes, we had the wrong people representing us for so long that people forgot who we are.
Yeah.
But we see, so when Trump got in, because he's a representation of the true grassroots American people actually like Trump They want to talk to him. When people see him, they happy, everything. So out of the world seeing that, they got to try and stop it. They got to try and stop. Because look, Kamala didn't have that effect. Biden definitely didn't have that effect. Who else didn't have that? Hillary, Obama didn't have that effect. It's just something about Trump, and it's something about like people in that, or I guess the people who. It's something about who Donald Trump represents as a person, as in the American people, that people like, and that's what the world's forgotten: the likable American people, our culture.
It's because Trump sees there's two sides of every story.
Indeed,
Trump sees it. Biden and Harris, well, they're on the inside. They're working deep state, but let's just say they were legit, on their own, no deep state influence. They would be like, oh, let's just give all this money to Ukraine because Russia's all in the bad and Ukraine's all in the good.
That ain't how it works.
No. That
ain't how it works. Look, and I think he just need to get in there. Once he get in there, he can kind of sort it out, and he's running on draining the swamp, so it's only right that these people try and put up a last-ditch effort before the cleanup crew comes.
Dead man switch.
Yeah, so, we seeing all of his appointments, Tulsi Gabbard, Homan, Elon, and Vivek.
Oh, his cabinet's stacked.
Yeah. Who else they got?
They got, I believe, the...
RFK.
Mm-hmm. They got, ATF guy. Head of ATF is supposed to be really good.
Yeah, I think I heard him. It's like I don't know his name off the top of my head, but I think Trump's in partnership with Robert F. Kennedy. Robert Malone should be on the head of whatever health. You know what that is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the dude who created mRNA. Yeah, we need him on there because we all know what happened last time we did something with mRNA. We ain't gonna talk about that though.
COVID-18.
Yeah, COVID-18. But yeah, I think it's just a matter of. First, like I said in the last episode, we need a brief period of isolation. Let's get our house in order. And then once we get our house in order, we have a proper picture to represent and we can present to the world. Mm-hmm. Right now, we ain't got one leg to stand on. We don't even know. We got kids who don't know what gender they are, bro. Mm-hmm. So I think we need to go back home, have a sit down at the table and talk. That's my conclusion.
That's your conclusion?
Yeah.
All right.
No offense to you, transgender people. That's just.
Man, they ain't watching this.
You're right. But YouTube watching this, they take up for them and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So no hate. That's not hate speech or anything. That's just my First Amendment.
Shorter episode. World War III, Russia. Short episode.
Yeah.
We're gonna have our longer episode on Thursday, like always. Working on a new hot seat episode. Currently working to find a guest.
Yep.
We racking up, climbing the YouTube ladder.
Indeed.
Currently have 80 subscribers, 8,000 views.
Yeah, we like to thank y'all for all the support and everything.
If you're not subscribed, subscribe.
Indeed.
We'll help out. Go to the Instagram. Always updates there. That's about it.
Yep.
All right.
Adios.